Sweden Cashless Society. Sweden is on track to become the world's first cashless society. Caleb Wright here with the latest news report for you from whatisacryptocurrency.com. And the huge news today is that for the cryptocurrency industry is that Sweden is quickly becoming a pioneer of the global economic community going cashless. Recent information according to a study from Stockholm's KTH Royal Institute of Technology, shows that Sweden is going to become the first cashless country in the world. 5 of its 6 major banks have actually started to operate completely without cash, refusing to work with it. The combination of this latest trend in Sweden and recent tax authority guidelines really set the stage for Bitcoin to become a commonly used currency amongst the Swedes. In a Sweden cashless society, they're going 100% digital, and it's becoming commonplace amongst the Swedish citizens to use debit cards to pay for even the smallest purchases. And with the current growth of mobile and peer-to-peer payment platforms, the need for physical cash is actually becoming obsolete really fast in Sweden, in this Sweden cashless society. Researcher from the KTH, Nicholas Arvidsson, says that cash is still an important means of payment in many countries' markets, but this no longer applies here in the Sweden cashless society. A newly launched mobile payment app called Swish, a mobile phone application, is revolutionizing the local banking system in Sweden. The app was designed and deployed by several major Swedish and Danish banks and basically designed to facilitate real-time bank transactions between individuals. It's been such a success that holders at several of the major banks have completely stopped using physical cash. Arvidsson states that if Swish were to continue to grow in scope to include retail and e-commerce transactions, it's likely that the country would have to revamp its entire payment system infrastructure. He thinks this is actually not too far out of the realm of possibility of happening. He says that the Swedes are leading the world in cashless trading. Because basically it's a security measure, and it's a way for them to fight terrorism. And he also states that the security around cash at banks has tightened significantly in Sweden when they handle banknotes and coins. When a customer brings banknotes and coins in, they must explain where the cash comes from. So this can reduce money laundering and terrorist financing. And bank employees are required to file police reports if they've witnessed a suspicious cash transaction. Cash is heavily scrutinized in this new Sweden cashless society. Now, this new Swedish cashless society and Bitcoin. Considering the incredible confidence in Sweden for electronic payment solutions, Bitcoin really has a clear opportunity to become a regularly exchanged currency among the Swedes. This would not be a surprise considering that the recent High European Union Court ruling that the exchange of Bitcoin is to remain exempt from value-added taxes. And also earlier this year, the Sweden Cashless Society Tax Authority published new guidelines for income tax on Bitcoin mining operations. The income derived from Bitcoin mining is not only to be considered economic activity and subject to tax if the Bitcoin miner carries out the mining in a professional and cost-efficient manner over a longer period with appropriate equipment, or if the activity is expected to create a surplus as measured over the full financial calculation period. The computing capacity can be generated if they're expected to generate more than 25 Bitcoins per year. They will be taxed. And the only prohibited use for Bitcoin is to purchase scrap metal, which is actually similar to how cash is prohibited to purchase scrap metal. And that's just because they're trying to reduce people ripping off scrap metal from people's properties. So that's quite interesting. They're actually treating Bitcoin just like cash as well, except for they're liking to use it more because it's digital, of course. But just in terms of the ability to track it, it's hard to track where people are coming from with these when they're ripping off scrap metal. So it's that's just a security measure. So as the political environment in Sweden grows in favor of Bitcoin and digital transactions, and businesses and entrepreneurial growth are going to stem from it, and it's going to be quite an exciting time for the Swedes and the Swedish in the Sweden Cashless Society. And so I'd be keeping your eye on Sweden, as it's going to be influencing the rest of Scandinavia and Europe, which will probably also be following suit quite soon, as I'm sure as more countries go cashless and adopt the efficiencies and securities that Sweden is right now with this move. So Caleb Wright here from whatisacryptocurrency.com. Just wanted to bring you today's news report on the Sweden Cashless Society. And if you found value in this video, please leave me a comment and share it with your network using the social sharing buttons under this video. Or if you're at the blog post, you can use the social sharing buttons right here at the blog post. And if you're interested in looking for more information about cryptocurrency, you can get a free report about the mega trend, the $87 trillion mega trend that is cryptocurrency, just by clicking a link right underneath this YouTube video for digitalcurrencyfuture.com. And you'll be able to opt in, and you'll be able to gain access to this free video report, which will give you a series of videos which will give you the lowdown on cryptocurrency and what you need to know to start profiting from it, from this $87 trillion megatrend that is the cryptocurrency industry. So again, hope you enjoyed the video. Gain access to the information using the links underneath the video or at the end of my blog post here. And thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day.